Good morning. Welcome to Finally Friday Slowdown. I'm Amanda. This is our weekly slowdown and reset, and it's been a very productive week. As y'all remember, last week I was recovering from the hurricane. This week I'm in Mississippi, and it's my daughter's 19th birthday tomorrow, which is actually Friday. I'm filming this on Thursday, but yeah, it's been really cool because I've been planting seeds for the future, and I really, as a lot of people have this whole year, it's kind of been crazy. And we hear all the time from, I've been seeing it all over the place about, like how awful this year has been. And, and I remember in the beginning how a lot of people I follow in like spiritual groups and stuff, saying how this is a great awakening and it's a time to reset and readjust our values. And I definitely took advantage of this time. And I know a lot of people that took advantage of this time. And I have stopped looking at all the negative stuff that people put out there, and I don't even look at it anymore, because this year has been one of the most amazing years to date. And I think that it's going to continue to get better and better. And it just depends on how you're looking at things. We could go into doom and gloom about the world, but I refuse to go down that path, because I can see miracles in my life every single day with the people around me. And it comes from something that we have to cultivate inside, and that's what this whole year has given me even more so. So I think if you were already kind of going in that direction, when the pandemic hit, it caused you to go even more inside, which is the first thing I did with a yin training back in March, when I was supposed to go to India, but that didn't happen. It happened for a reason. And here we are 8 months later, and the future is uncertain. And so that is one of the beauties of this class, is to find your peace, find your calm, find your balance, find your center in the midst of the chaos, because it's the most important thing you can have. It is where your power lies. So picture behind me, I've got the goddess Kali, and she was just popping out at me today. So I hung her up back here, and it's a really colorful tapestry that I got at a festival, and I really love it. She's depicted with 8 arms, and she's holding the head of a demon, which happens to look like a few of my exes. Maybe all the reason why I liked it even more, but I'm just kidding. It's about her destroying evil and all forms of like negativity, and she absorbs all form. So anything in the material world, Kali has the capability of just destroying, letting go. When it's time to let go of things, we can offer it to Kali, and she'll absorb it. It's gone. So she's got a demon skull necklace on, but she's also got a soft side, and she's got the lotus flowers around her and the green glow over her head. And it said that she has her tongue stuck out because a demon disguised himself as a handsome man and laid in her path, and she was so embarrassed she bit off her tongue. So she's got this vulnerability, and so she holds the power of creation and destruction, like all of us. And we're female. She is Shakti energy. We are and not all of us are female, obviously, but we all have a feminine side. We all have a masculine side. And Kali is the embodiment of Shakti. So this is a very powerful force. And as a woman, I have not all the time recognized that power inside of myself, and that's the place I want to come from. I want to be, embodied and powerful. And how can I do that? By showing up. How can I do that? By being honest, by being authentic. and just sometimes getting embarrassed, sometimes maybe like doing things that are outside of my comfort zone in order to grow. So keeping that in mind, how are we going to let go of the things that are holding us back? What are those things that are holding us back? So let's go ahead and come to the mat. You can bring a blanket and a pillow if you'd like. If you have blocks, grab them. I don't have any today, so I won't be using any blocks. But yeah, go ahead, come on to the mat. So we're going to start with just a centering breath. We'll go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth just to clear and arrive. So go ahead and draw in through the nose, release through the mouth. Let everything go. 2 more times. Feeling heavy and light at the same time. Inhaling all the way to the top and then release. Relax the shoulders, draw down through the spine, rooted through the hips, and extend through the crown. And then if you'd like to place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, just to be able to feel here and feel your breath. We're going to do some 3-part breath. So you're going to fill the belly with air, like you're filling up a pitcher. So fill it at the bottom, and then it fills up to the middle, and then continue going all the way up to the top in the chest. Hold it at the top for a moment, and then release it from the chest as your chest lowers, middle of the belly, and then bottom of the belly. You can hold it a moment at the bottom, and then we'll repeat that, filling the belly, middle, and then top. And then release, top, middle, bottom. Inhale, bottom, middle, top. Exhale, top, middle, bottom. And just continue this in a flow as it connects, and very mindfully, very slowly, inhaling, bottom, middle, top, top, middle, bottom. Let's do a couple rounds on your own. Focusing only on the breath. Noticing the belly as it fills with air. The lungs fill, the whole body fills, and then release everything. Noticing sensations, noticing your heartbeat. If your mind starts to stray away from the breath, notice that and bring it back. Calling to mind where you feel stuck. Mentally, physically, emotionally, relationally. Where have you not been able to let go? And what is something that you can let go of today? Maybe it's a fear. Maybe it's a thought or a limiting belief. Just be honest with yourself. That's how we begin to live authentically, when we can be honest with ourselves. Maybe you have a fear about that, and that's okay. You can let that go. So bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, pressing your hands together, thumbs against the sternum. Bow your head to that place inside where authentic power lies, recognizing your true divine nature, the Shakti energy inside of us. And moving into our practice, stay connected with the breath throughout the practice. So go ahead and make your way into a goddess pose, or yogi squat, sorry. So if this is too much for you, go ahead, you can bring the pillow, you can keep the pillow underneath you, and just bring your hands together to prayer. Coming back to the breath, rooting down through the feet, through the hips, lifting through the heart, drawing the shoulders back and down, lengthening through the spine. Rooted to the earth, from where we grow, from where we call home. Release your hands, and you can release your head here and just let your head fall and round down through the spine. Come back to the breath. And then slowly start to stand at your own pace, maybe walking your feet together a little bit, and just come into a forward fold. Let the head be heavy, let the shoulders be heavy, let the weight go to the balls of the feet. Maybe your knees are slightly bent. Turn sideways here. Just releasing everything. And then slowly start to rise. Letting the torso be really, really heavy as you rise. Head is the last thing up. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring the hands to your heart. Release the hands by the side and just feel the connection to your feet on the earth. Maybe rock back and forth. Spread your toes out. And feel the connection here. Hips are stacked over the ankles. Spine is long. Shoulders are down and back. Heart is lifted. Up through the crown. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step both feet back to plank. Pressing through the hands, through all 10 fingers. Draw the shoulders back and down and send the energy out through the heels. You have the option to lower the knees here also. And then bending at the elbows to the rib cage. So you want to keep your arms in. Just start to lower all the way down. Untuck the toes and bring the hands back by the rib cage. Roll the shoulders back. And as you inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes and make your way back to a down dog. 3 breaths here. Maybe opening the mouth as you exhale, sending the heels back and extending through the arms. Your hands are like suction cups, so you want the fingers engaged here. Maybe the knees are slightly bent. Look to the hands and then come back into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Reconnecting to the earth. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step both feet back to plank. Take a full inhalation here. Option to lower the knees. And then slowly start to lower, bringing the chest all the way down. And the chin. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale, back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Opening up the energy channels in the body as we send the breath throughout the entire length of the body. Letting go. Releasing. Inhale, lift the right leg for a 3-legged dog. Keep the hips squared and press the heel back. Even the palms out as you even the shoulders out and engage the arms here. You might even come down to the left arm for a little bit more and maybe drop the right foot over and take a nice stretch here in the hip. Breathe. Come back to 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square. Inhale, press the heel back. And then exhale, knee to nose. Round through the spine here. Touch the knee to your nose or your forehead if possible. And just really hover and then lightly step the right foot between the hands. Come into a high lunge. Send the left heel back. And maybe even round or roll the hips around here as you open up through the hips. Lift the heart, inhale. And then exhale, step the left foot back up to the right. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Reconnecting, feel your feet. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, step back to plank. Take a full inhalation here. And then you can exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower down. Keep the elbows hovered. This thing is just way too small for me. My room. Couch is hitting me in the head. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then exhale back to down dog. Take 3 deep breaths. I could have moved my yoga mat in a different place, but I wanted to hang Kali back here, so letting go. Letting go of expectations, pretenses. Look towards the hands, bend the knees, and either hop or step up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Bring the arms overhead and exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the right foot back to a high lunge. Bring the right foot down to a 90 degrees and reach the right arm high for a side angle. On the next inhale, rise to warrior two. Inhale to reverse warrior. And then exhale, circle the arms and come all the way back down to a high lunge. From here, step the left foot back to your three-legged dog. And then let the left leg fall over, maybe even take a stretch here. Bring the right arm down. Breathe into that left hip. Maybe get a stretch in the right hamstring. The breath should be even. Come back to three-legged. Square the hips off. And then exhale, squeeze the left knee in. Hovering. And then lightly step it forward. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reconnecting. Release the arms. Notice any sensations. Notice the movement in the body. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step both feet back to plank. Inhale all the way. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Leading back in down dog. The yoga mat keeps been moving closer and closer towards that couch. 3 breaths here in down dog. Let out a sigh if that feels good. Just letting it all go right now. No judgments, no expectations of yourself. And being honest with yourself about where you are in your practice and what you're feeling and what you're capable of. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, knee to nose, hover here. 3 breaths. Feel that power in your core. At the bottom of the 3rd breath, step the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee and lift both arms. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Lean in to the left hip, squeezing the inner thighs for stability. And then twisting from the torso, bring the left elbow to the right knee and try to, with leverage and also moving the torso, you can use the left elbow for a little bit of leverage. Bring the palms to the center of the chest, keeping the heart open, drawing the right shoulder back, and maybe looking out over the right shoulder. If you want a little bit more, you can lift the left knee. Continue to squeeze those inner thighs. Sending the left heel back. Keep that left leg straightened. back to a high lunge. Then you're going to drop the left foot and inhale the left arm high for side angle. Continuing the breath. Make sure that the right foot is directly under the knee. The left foot is adjacent to the back of the mat. So you want the left foot at a 90-degree angle. Hips are wide. Spine is long. On the next inhale, rise for warrior two. Inhale to reverse. And then exhale, circle sweep the arms, come back down to a high lunge. And step the right foot back to down dog. To plank. You want to be in plank here. Inhale, take a deep breath in. Exhale, halfway or all the way. If you want to stay in down dog or take a child's pose at any time, you can do that. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Always with the flow, take any version of vinyasa that's calling to you. You might want to take a chaturanga sometimes. You might just want to skip it and move into a child's pose or a down dog and just continue your breathing. Think about filling the belly, filling the middle of the belly and filling the chest, and then release through the top, middle, bottom. Look to your hands, bend your knees, and either hop or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach the arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands. Feel the feet, maybe rock them back and forth. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, either jump or step back to a plank or a chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, back to down dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, lift the left leg for 3-legged dog. And then exhale, knee to nose, hover here for 3 breaths. Strong in the arms, strong in the core. Really squeezing. At the bottom of the 3rd breath, step the left foot between the hands. Lower the right knee and inhale, bring both arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, leaning into the right hip. Keep the hips squared and squeeze the inner thighs for stability. Twisting at the torso, bring the right elbow to the left knee and start to use that leverage to bring your palms to heart center, opening the left shoulder up, gaze out over the left shoulder. Keep the spine long. For a little more, you can lift the right knee. Keep the back leg straight. And release back to a high lunge. Step the left foot back. You can go to down dog or you can take a flow of your choice. Meeting back in down dog. Moving with your breath. Release both knees to the sides of the mat, send the hips back and come into a child's pose. Reaching your arms out in front of you. Coming back to the breath. Surrendering to that authentic power. The power of creation and the power of destruction. Or we can look at it as letting go of what's no longer working for us. You know, dying to the old self. Letting go of the things that, and the person maybe that we used to be, because we've changed. Walk the hands over to the right side and send the hips back and take a nice stretch here. And then walk them back to the left side. Take a nice stretch here. And then come back to the middle and come up to tabletop. We're just going to take some cat-cows. Inhale for cat-cow. I'm sorry. Inhale for cow. Draw the heart forward. Drop the belly. Fill the lungs. And then exhale. All the way. Stretching for cat. Rounding that back. Pushing the earth away. Inhale. Sweet breath, filling the body, filling the belly, filling the lungs, and then exhale. Linger where you feel you need to. Move with your breath. Close the eyes and feel the body. Maybe take some other movement from side to side, rolling through the hips, rolling through the shoulders. Do what feels good to your body here. And then come back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, press the mat away, and come back to a down dog. Look to the hands, bend the knees, and hop or step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight over to the right foot and kickstand the left. Bring the left foot in front of you. And start to shift the left foot behind you to come into warrior three. Keep the hips even. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can keep your hands in prayer. You can bring them out to the side. Balancing, grounding. Step the left foot in back of you and come into warrior one. And then exhale, bring the arms down to the side, come into warrior two. Nice wide stance. Inhale, both arms up to center. And then with the feet towards the edges of the mat, exhale for goddess pose. Open the mouth, release. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe stick the tongue out like Kali. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sinking lower each time. One more time and we're going to hold it. Lifting through the heart. Keep the shoulders drawn back, spine long, squeezing the inner thighs. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Bring the hands to either the outsides of the feet. You can bring them to the mat. You can just let your torso be heavy. Maybe even you want to take your big toes. Let your elbows fall out. Widen the pubic bone and send the hips up to the sky, drawing the torso towards the center. Grounding through the feet. Bring the hands to the hips, slightly bend the knees, and start to rise. Inhale, both arms overhead. And then exhale, shift your feet to a warrior two towards the back of the mat. Sweep the bottom arm around and come into warrior one. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to the earth. Step the left foot back and come into a down dog. Take 3 breaths here. Step the left foot forward. And then rise for warrior one. Bring the hands to heart center and shift your weight over on the left foot, kickstand the right foot for warrior three. Just breathing here, taking any version of warrior three that you like. Maybe bringing the hands to the hips, maybe sending the arms back. Step the right foot behind you. Inhale back to warrior two. And then exhale. That's warrior one. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, both arms to center. And then exhale to goddess pose. Do that again 4 more times. On the 5th time, we'll hold it. 3 breaths, lifting through the heart. And exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And then exhale, drop it to the right for warrior two. And then release both arms to come back down, high lunge. Step the right foot back, optional flow, meet back in down dog. Three breaths here. Look to the hands, bend the knees, and upper step up, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Just release the hands and feeling exactly where you're at. Heel toe the feet from side to side and sink the hips down and come back into Malasana squat. You can bring the pillow to sit on if that's too much. Just coming back to center, coming back to the ground, to where we started from. We went on our journey and let go and destroyed so much. So now we're coming back home, coming back to our hearts. And then go ahead and sit down on your butt and come into a boat pose, bringing 1 foot at a time in front of you, lifting through the heart. Just notice the breath. Maybe extending the legs out, playing with your pose, with your balance. On the next exhale, slowly start to lower all the way to the ground. As slow as you possibly can. And release everything to the ground and just be totally heavy here. Noticing the heartbeat. Letting the body naturally start to slow down. Then, if you are near a wall, go ahead and find a blanket. And you're going to roll it up. If you don't have a wall, that's okay. You can just do this without a wall, or you can prop your knees up with a bolster, or you can even go to a couch or a chair and have your knees like this. You're gonna lay down. We're gonna lay down long ways on our towel or blanket, so it's rolled up, and it's gonna rest at the bottom of the shoulder blades. And I'm gonna scoop my butt all the way up to the wall. Bring my feet up the wall. And work this blanket underneath my shoulder blades. So you want to let your shoulder blades fall over the edge of the blanket so that your heart is lifted. Your shoulders are down towards the earth. And just let this pose do its work on you. Let yourself be vulnerable here. You've released so much stagnancy. You've created heat. Allow the magic to happen. Allow the flow to enter into you. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes. Noticing sensations, maybe noticing your heartbeat. I'm noticing my heartbeat in my ankles right now, which is interesting. Notice the blood flow as it flows to the brain. Cleansing your cells, sending oxygen to all the places that need it. Rejuvenation, healing, flushing out. Absorbing. Noticing any thoughts that flow through you and just let them flow. Coming back to your breath. And coming back to the 3-part breath. of inversions, improved circulation, reducing varicose veins. This is an anti-aging pose. I'll be happy to know that. You can do this every night. It will reverse the signs of aging. It'll reverse the weight that you've been putting on your feet, your legs. It'll help improve your sleep. It'll help improve your brain function. So after about 3 minutes, you can start to release your legs and gently pull the towel or blanket out from underneath you and make your way back to your mat. Just find your final resting pose. Let your legs fall out to the side. Let your palms be heavy. Just let your whole body be heavy, and just notice all the sensations that you feel here. Close the eyes, relax the face, the mouth, the jaw, the neck, chest, the shoulders, arms, fingers, the sternum, hips, the upper part of your legs and hips, the knees, the shins, the feet, the toes, the bottoms of your feet. And as always, I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want, as long as needed. And I'm going to leave you with this little excerpt from A Little Bit of Goddess, an introduction to the Divine Feminine. I understood in an experiential manner what the great goddess was. The great goddess was made of clay and stars. She came from the stars, yet her body was the clay of the earth. She is the heaven and earth incarnate. You can feel her within you because she is part of you. The great goddess can change everything she touches. She is fluid because she is everything all at once. May you recognize, understand, and start to harness your own authentic power so that you can create any dreams that you have. Thank you so much for slowing down with me today, taking the time to ground and center and balance. Namaste.